Hello guys, this is Karthik from exitautomation.com and this is part 5 of our understanding video series. And in this part we're going to talk about mock to test the times a method is being called, but this time we're going to talk about a little complex scenario. So before watching this part, I would request you to watch part 4 since this part is going to be a continuation of that part. So let me first flip to Visual Studio. So this is the same code which we worked on our last video of this video series. And this time I'm not going to work with this same code, but rather I'm going to take a different scenario. So what I'm going to do is let's take some other class. Maybe we will take the employee details.cs class. Okay, and here in this class you can see that we have some methods which is available under a for each loop, and these methods are being called based on the number of employees that you are passing. So maybe this is the right candidate for us to test and see how many times a method is being called based on the input that you are passing. So let's try to do this and verify if it really works. So for that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this guy, get higher grade employee, and see if this really works. So I'm going to go here, and what is this particular class name? It is employee details class. So for that we need to again delete the whole code, and we have to create a var employee details class, and here it is employee details, and you can see that it expects me to pass an IE employee personal details interface. So for that, don't hesitate to create a mock personal detail class, and then I need to create a mock of I employee personal details. So this will create a mock interface for us. I need to pass this particular object here. So mock instance variable and its object. And then what I'm going to do is I need to act on a particular method. So the method which we are interested in is this guy, get higher grade employee. So we can see that if this get employee details method is called based on the number of employees that we are passing. So I'm going to call this particular method. So I'm going to pass that, and it expects me to pass a list of employees. So that's something which we need to create. So for creating the list of employees, what you can do is you can just create a list of employees very quickly, something like this. And here you can pass the new employee, and you can pass all the values here. So for the sake of time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just copy paste some of the codes which is already available in our employee entity class. So I'm going to just copy these data from here. So I'm going to copy two employees, and I'm going to paste them right here. All right, so now we have these employees available, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass these employees here into this particular method, right? So our arrange is done, and now our act is also done, and the last thing is assert. So what I'm going to do for assert here is I'm going to verify if this particular method is being called based on the number of values that we are passing in. So what I'm going to do is mock personal details dot verify of x such that this x dot, so I need to verify which methods to be called. The get employee details method needs to be called at least two times, so because we are passing two employees. So what we can do here is get employee detail, and then I need to pass the employee details here, so which is nothing but our employee. So the employee is going to be, let's say, it dot is any employee. So I'm not interested in which employee it is, so I'm just passing in that here, and it expects me to pass an employee ID. So it is not an employee. I'm sorry. It should be an int. All right. And then I need to pass the times it is being called. So I'm going to say exactly 2 times. So because the employees here are 2, which we created, and it is being passed into this particular method, and we're going to verify if this particular method, the get employee details, which is available under the hood of this particular method, is being called 2 times. That is my assertion. So I'm going to quickly run this and see if it really works. And as you can see, this time this works fine. So what if I change this to 3, and if I run this, and you can see that the test will fail, right? You can see that the mock is exactly 3 times, which is configured, but it is called 2 times. And you can see the values is being passed here, 1 and 2. This 1 and 2 is nothing but this values, 1 and 2, right? And we can also do it another way around here. Maybe we can pass in the number of counts here. Maybe that you can get it from the employees dot count. So now if you quickly run this, and you can see that the test will pass. So this is the other way that you can use the mock to verify how many times a method is being called within a particular method, right? So that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching this video, and have a great day.